Hello, welcome to Bird Chatter. I'm your host, Mike Allen, and today we are talking about celebrating number 4 and number 5.
This is it. This is the last inning.
Albert Pujols' homecoming may always be the defining attribute of 2022. He took some time to reflect on his career and season with my friend Joe Buck in a two-part interview. Here's part 1.
How are you, my friend?
Good to see you, pal.
So good to see you, man.
How's everything?
Everything's great.
Good.
Everything is great.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, buddy.
I feel like on some level you're more willing to do this kind of stuff than maybe you've ever been. Am I right about that? That you kind of want to document this last season in St. Louis?
Probably, I think it's really special. I think, just remember 22 years ago, first time stepping on the field. Where was it? Where was the old stadium? Right across the street, I think.
Back that way.
Yeah, and to be able to, to be back and just reflect on everything, 10 years after you leave here and come back and just have another opportunity, to finish your career where everything started for me is just a blessing, So I really try to enjoy every moment, every time that I take the field, every stadium that I go for the last time, because it is going to be the last time that I go as an active player,
Are you thinking numbers, or when does that moment get you? Is it when you get past first base? Is it or even at all?
I don't. I'm gonna have plenty of time to look back and really sit down with my kids and friends and really look the amazing things that I've done in this game. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't know where I stand in history, but it's hard. It's hard for me, and I'm being honest with you. It's hard for me to really focus on the number when I'm an active player. Because I know that there's gonna be more.
We're standing here at first base, and we're talking hitting and home runs and all that other stuff. But I know you to be somebody who really takes pride in his defense. You and Yadi, what can you give us the sign that would happen when you go behind a runner and he'd throw down to first base? I mean, what
I can't give you that secret in camera because then I'm in trouble. I can't.
Is it him or is it you?
Both. It's always been a connection between both of us. We always on the same page, Han and I, and that's what's so good. Besides our relationship that we have built since he got to this organization, it's just the understanding of this game.
I remember at the beginning of your career, I think it was Scott Rowland, somebody said to me, this guy runs the bases, he becomes invisible.
Yeah.
Was it somebody used to make fun of you for that in a good way, because you'd steal a base. You go first to third, you go first to home, you go second to home when, you're a good base runner.
I remember, I spent a whole week with Luke Brock here and second base mostly, because he told me, I want to make sure that you can score with any base hit. Doesn't matter how hard, how slow it is. If anybody, a fast runner can score, I want you to be able to score. And I knew that if I want to get better running the base, I'm one of the slowest guys in the league. Not the slower, because I think the slowest is in my team, Yadi. But
that's a shot.
But those times I spent a lot of time with him, and who's better than, Lou?
Last question here. Without ever having asked you this before, I'm betting that you were a good student in school. Were you a good student in school?
I was. I love school.
Because you're a studier, and you study the opposition, and you look for trends and tips. And
you have to.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a lost art. Guys are still coming to you, I'm sure, hey, what do you see from, the Houston right-hander? And you're picking up little clues to maybe know what's coming.
It's just little things like that in this game. Yeah, everybody's really focusing now on sabermetric, launch angle, and all that stuff. But remember, you still need to do the little things. Observe, when can I take advantage? If this guy is tipping, or if I can steal it back because he's giving it to me, he's doing 1-5, 1-7. All those little things go way beyond. And those are the things that when I'm sitting in that bench and you see me maybe laughing and laughing with Yadi and Wainwright, but both of my
You're
eyes is
watching.
on that pitcher, on that catcher, and on the game.
Es tu oficina abierto?
See?
Your office is open down there?
Yeah.
Can we go walk and talk down at home plate?
Yeah.
After the break,
I want to make sure that when I step out this batter's box, I own this.
see part 2 of Albert's conversation with Joe Buck. Stay right here. You don't want to miss it. Before the break, we showed you part 1 of an interview between Joe Buck and Albert Pujols. Here's part 2.
You're a very humble guy, but when you dig in right here, this is yours, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to make sure that when I step out this batter's box, I own this. No matter who I'm facing, trust in my work, and execute, whatever I had to execute that night.
I'm wondering, I don't think I've ever asked you this. How is this ballpark to hit in, and how does this ballpark compare to the old Busch Stadium?
This is tough.
This one?
This ballpark is tougher than old Busch. As you see, Goshman hit a ball the other night, 107, 108, straight center. That ball should have been on the sea, and the guy caught it barely in the warning track. And I told people, I'm like, this ballpark, it was a big yard. It's a pitcher's park, but I think back then the ball used to carry a little bit more. But it's a tough ballpark to hit. But it's been great ballpark for me.
Have you surprised yourself this year at all? Be honest.
No, I don't, because I know and God can strike me, if I believe that I cannot play this game anymore, I don't think I would be staying
It's
here.
like McGuire. McGuire walked away.
Yeah, if I would have believed in my heart of heart that I cannot, play this game anymore, I wouldn't be standing here. Like, I wouldn't waste the Cardinals' time, I wouldn't waste the fans, I wouldn't waste my time. But I think that when you have the gift from him, the ability, and you put the hard work, you can't be surprised about that. I always believe it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And, I think right when this team needed it more, I think, I'm having a great at-bats and more opportunity and helping this ball club to win. But to tell you the truth, I'm not because I know who I am, I know who I represent, I know where the gig is come from, which is from the Lord. And I have so many people praying and pushing for me, and I believe that I have a responsibility, not just for the Cardinal Nation, not just for the United States, but my country back in the Dominican Republic, who I want to make so proud every single day. I'm honored, to be a Dominican and represent my country also.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks,
You're just
buddy.
a wonderful human, and like I said at the ESPYs, you're one of the few guys that you see from a distance, and everybody hopes you're as nice as they think you are, and then they meet you and they realize you're even nicer. You're a great human being, and then a great ball player.
No, I
I'm proud
appreciate
of
it,
you.
man. It means a lot, buddy.
right,
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.
Love you, bro. Thank you so much.
You can see more Albert and Yachty coverage on YouTube. Watch videos from the entire season. But for now, don't go anywhere. There's more of our season finale after the break.
From Bird Chatter, I'm Mike Allen. Subscribe to our channel for all our compilation videos. And you can see all of our artwork we use by visiting us on Pinterest.